So this brings us on to question 4 or 5 of the crime and punishment paper. And it is really important when you come to this point in the exam that you stop and think, which question do I want to answer? You have a choice. They are both 12-mark questions, and they will both be asking you to explain why something happened, or do you agree with a certain statement. They're both 12 marks, so it doesn't matter which one you do, go for the one that you have the most knowledge for. If we were to look at the first question here, which asks, why is poaching and smuggling so hard to prevent? To get full marks in this question, you need to give 3 points. Now, really usefully, the examiner has given you a box with information that will help you answer this question. Definitely use this information. Put it into your own words and know when you're going to use it in your question. Each bullet point could be a separate point for one of your paragraphs. However, it's really important that you also bring in your own knowledge. Do not just rely on the information they've given you, because this will make you hold yourself back and you won't be able to get the highest marks. Some of the points that you could discuss in this question is the fact that poaching and smuggling were really popular crimes with the population, and therefore people didn't want to help the police. Secondly, smugglers outnumbered the customs officers. There was a lot more smugglers than custom officers. And lastly, you could say there was no organised police system, so this made catching criminals a lot harder. If we were to look at the mark scheme, it's really interesting that it shows you cannot move out of a level 2 if you're just using the information from the box. We need to be bringing in our own knowledge. We also need to be talking about why this happened. We need to be explaining. Using PEE, once again, state your point, give an example, and explain why this made this particular crime difficult to solve. It's also important we notice that if you just mention smuggling, or if you just mention poaching, you will not move out of level 2. You need to discuss both the points that they state in the question in order to move into level 3 and get full marks. The last thing we need to do for a 12-mark question is give a conclusion. In our conclusion, make a judgment. Say why it is that this was so difficult to stop. Which reason was the most important? Maybe it was the fact there was no police, or maybe it was the fact that smuggling was really popular, and explain why this was the most important reason. So we're looking for 4 paragraphs, fully explained, and that will get you full marks.